Hi, everybody. So today, me and my group, we will be discussing the city of Zhang Jia Jie in China, a hidden beauty that is not only beautiful to one's eye, but it's beautiful and full of rich history and many interesting facts. And it has a very proud culture. We're going to cover how it came to be and what it has become. Some of those interesting facts are involving the city. Some of those details are about what the land carries, and along with information all about the unique culture that it has. Zhang Jia Jie is nothing short of an incredible, wonderful, thrill-filled place. And we're super excited to tell you guys about it.
Okay. Zhang Jia Jie is a very old city filled with history dating back to the Stone Age. Civilizations here have thrived for centuries and have left behind primitive artifacts for modern day archaeologists to study. The city itself goes back almost 2,250 years ago, but the settlements that have been found go back even further. Here's a quick overview of the city's history. According to the Zhang Jia Jie tour guide website, the city used to be called Dayang City, but it was renamed in 1994 when China wanted to give the city more prominence and notability. It was named after Zhang Liang. He was a famous military strategist during the Han Dynasty, which was in rule from 206 BC to 24 AD. Zhang Jia Jie translates into Zhang family homeland, and it's believed that the descendants of the Zhang family still live in the region today. There's been traces of settlements found along the Lishui River, which runs through the city, dating all the way back to the very early Stone Age, about 221 BC. Some of the settlements in the region even date back to over 100,000 years ago. The Department of Asian Art at the Metropolitan Museum in New York says that it was common for the settlements of the time to live near river systems. The civilizations relied heavily on farming and domesticated animals rather than hunting and gathering. Archaeologists have found many fire-baked pottery artifacts in the city that have been estimated to be well over 100,000 years old. And some of those artifacts include plates, pots, and stone tools.
Now that we've covered the rich history of this beautiful city, what can we see in this modern day Zhang Jia Jie? There are many wonders of nature stationed here, as well as beautifully crafted modern sights to see. The landscape is something one would not want to miss, but what all is there and how did it come to be? One of these wonders is the National Forest, which was founded in 1982. Did you know that the mountains here were actually the inspiration for the Hallelujah Mountains found in the movie Avatar? Also, this was the first national park in China. Another sight to see is the world's longest glass bridge. If you found the glass bridge to be interesting, wait until you hear about their famous elevator. This is a world record glass elevator, and it helps sightseers experience the vast scenery without the hiking. Some other honorable mentions are the Yellow Dragon Cave, the Grand Canyon, and the ancient town of Fenghuang, as well as the world's longest cable car ride. All of this information can be found on the China Highlights website. The natural beauty in China, specifically Zhangjiajie, is incomparable to other places in the world. How did this beauty come to be, and what exactly makes this place so unique? The geographical landscape. The landscape is mainly made up of quartz sandstone, pillar forests with natural bridges, gorges, mesas, and tablelands. According to the Formations Tour Guide website, the particularly beautiful formations found within the state park and all over the city were caused by the bottom of the ocean rising through the surface, being eroded, and going back and forth between being land and ocean floor. Eventually, this caused the quartzite sandstone pillars and peaks to take shape. This was after millions of years of gradual cutting, eroding, and crumbling by the force of nature. Now today, the crust is still rising slowly and the landscape is still under formation and ever-changing. Zhangjiajie is full of cliffs, which are made from sandstone and quartz, created through this process, along with dense wild forests which conceal intricate caves. These caves are full of stalactites and stalagmites, which were carved from millions of years of erosion as well. The extremely long and complex process this area underwent to have what we see today is truly spectacular.
The mountainous landscape has also played a role in how the culture and religion developed here. It is both a unique and shared characteristics with the Hunan province of China. It is also affected by the cultural minority groups that fill the area, the largest being the Tujia minority. Gavin in China Highlights tells how the Tujia minority speak varying Han dialects of Chinese, and though they do have their own dialect, only about 100,000 people can speak it. Their writing system is shared with the rest of China. They also have their own traditional clothing, along with a tradition of cry singing before weddings to show the woman's virtue. They also celebrate the traditional Chinese Lantern Festival as described by Cindy in China Highlights. This New Year's celebration is celebrated on the 15th day of the lunar month and marks the beginning of spring. This tradition is to help protect their cultural heritage and can last for many days with fireworks throughout. China Culture Tour describes the religion in Zhang Jia Jie as polytheistic. They believe in ghosts and spirits and have two categories of deities. The first is their ancestors, the short range being their direct ancestors that are only in their family line, and the long range being clan ancestors and heroes that everyone worships. The second category is the nature god, where there is one main god with many minor gods below it. Notable temples that are mentioned in TripAdvisor include the Puguang Temple, the Zixia Temple, and the Gaozhen Taoist Temple. Zhang Jia cuisine described in Zhang Jia Tour Guide is also shares China's Xiang cuisine, where their staple food is rice. Their notable local dishes in Zhang Jia Jie include Suan Jia Yu, which is sour salted fish, the Ni Qiu Zhuan Doufu, which is entered into bean curd, and Sa Xia Guo, which is a Tujia traditional hot pot.
Awesome. Okay, so now that you've heard from all that, conclusion, we have covered where the beautiful landmark started and how the people have been in awe of its splendor since the Stone Age, and how its name is to honor the dynasty of the Zhang Liang and Zhang family. The landscape is nothing short of captivating. When it comes to the views of Zhang Jia Jie and what it holds, it's mind-blowing. From creating inspiration for one of the most beautifully scaled films, Avatar, to becoming the first national park in China that has ever been established, which is just a huge pride for the Chinese people. The land formations and the stunning nature of Zhang Jia Jie are nothing short of amazing. Their culture is well developed and runs deep in the very being of most of the inhabitants of Zhang Jia Jie, even to the point of having their own language, which only 100,000 people still know, and I'm sure they want to keep that going. And they have their own specific clothes and whatnot. You can really feel that the people of Zhang Jia Jie take strong pride in what they've created and what they continue to create. That's all we have for you. Thank you.